Hey everyone, it's John Literal here, and in this video I just want to make everybody aware that I have just recently published another book, and it's a continuation of the Bible commentaries that were written by a 6th century Greek church father by the name of Oecumenius. He wrote commentaries on just about the whole New Testament, everything with the exception of the 4 Gospels. He's written on Acts, all of Paul's epistles, the entire Catholic epistles, and then he wrote a phenomenal commentary on the book of Revelation. And so I'm in the process of translating all his commentaries. I may do a translation on his commentary on the book of Revelation, though it's not really necessary. There's been multiple people over the years that have translated his commentary on Revelation, and it's out there. I may do it just to say that I've translated all his commentaries, but as of right now, I'm working on the Catholic epistles right now. I have already translated his commentaries on the book of James, and the one that I just published here about a week or so ago is his commentary on the books of 1st and 2nd Peter. And as of right now, I am working on his commentary on 1 John. That's one of John's epistles. And I've actually just about got all the way up to the 3rd chapter. But, this video, I just want to make people aware that I've just finished his commentaries on 1st and 2nd Peter, and it's published and it's out there on the market. You can find it on Amazon. You can buy it in print, or you can buy it in Kindle. And it is for $6.99. You can't beat the price. I always put the prices of my books at the lowest possible price that I can set them at. And also, I've got this book, along with every other book that I've ever written and published. I've got this one on archive.org as well. And so you can, people can freely access it there and read it. And I let people know that whatever I've done, I want people to know that they can use anything that I've ever written and published, use it however they want. A friend of mine, Roger Pierce, who has a phenomenal website called Tertullian.org. And I told him that he's more than welcome to use these commentaries because he specializes in this area of ancient patristic writings. And he's got a lot of wonderful stuff out there online. He's actually published commentaries from the early church fathers. And so he's an enthusiast, much like myself, and he always tries to provide everything that he does freely online. So I made him aware of what I'm doing. He was pretty excited about it, and he wrote about it in his blog, talking about the most recent translations, and he's encouraged me to keep going with it. And anyway, if you're out there, if you're listening to this video and you are into this kind of stuff, feel free to use whatever I have, and for whatever you want. If you want to take my works and put them on a website and provide them for everybody. Actually, I've been doing that for some fellows I know that have got an excellent website and a Bible app. It's a commentary app. It's called Katina Bible. And over the years, I've given them everything that I've ever done, and they've been able to put my resources on their apps and on their website. And so I told Roger too, if you want to put these commentaries on your website on Tertullian.org, then feel free to do it. And, I'm not in this for the money, never have been. I'm in this because I have a love for Bible commentaries on Scripture from the ancient Christians. I've studied and researched the early church fathers for over 20 years now. And, I've just, right now I'm pretty much on a mission I think, for the rest of my life, I'm going to mainly focus on Bible commentaries from the early church fathers. I've done a lot in the past. I've hired translators to translate commentaries. I've translated some myself. They're all available for free on my archive.org, and they're all out there on the market. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them on all kinds of different book distributors. I even seen where Harvard is actually selling my books as well, which kind of shocks me. And so, that's just a calling. I feel very strongly that God has called me into doing this. And as I'm doing this, I'm spending a tremendous amount of hours every day translating. And I must say that I love every single second that I work on this stuff. I wake up, the first thing I do in the morning is I translate for at least an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. It just depends on how early I get up. In fact, that's one of the things that helps me get out of bed in the morning is knowing that I get to start my day off working on that stuff. And so, and after I get the epistles of John done, I'll translate his commentary on Jude. And I haven't really decided for sure what is next. Like I said, Oecumenius has commentaries on Acts and all of Paul's epistles and on the book of Revelation. I think I may actually start in on Paul's epistles and his pastoral epistles. And, when you have Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, and Philemon. I may start on that since they're smaller books, and that way I can get those done, and then I'll work on either the other epistles of Paul, Romans, and 1st and 2nd Corinthians. They're quite a bit bigger than the smaller epistles. And then also the book of Acts, which I do plan on doing that as well. And that will probably take me a little while since the book of Acts is huge. And then also the book of Hebrews, which, it's debatable whether Paul actually wrote Hebrews or not. And, Lord willing, if I get all that done, and I hope I do, then the book of Revelation, his commentary on that, and I may just do that just so that I'll have my own collection of translations on all of his commentaries. But anyway, just wanted to let people know I've made videos talking about Oecumenius, him being a Greek early church father, and he is my favorite Bible commentator of all time, and there's a lot of them that I really do love. I love Ambrosiaster, who was a Latin 4th and 5th century commentator. He wrote commentaries on all of Paul's epistles. And he also wrote a work called Questions and Answers on the Old and New Testaments. Fantastic piece of work, and I had the privilege of translating that some years ago. And so I translated, published it, and it's been on the market for some years now. And it's available in print. You can buy it on Amazon and other book distributors, and also you can access it on archive.org for free. And I've also translated some works from Augustine. I've translated his questions and answers on the book of Genesis, and also his questions on the Gospels. And I've also translated one of the books of the Glossa Ordinaria, which is it's a 12th century study Bible, which has glosses, basically footnotes, that are commentary from different early church fathers. And it's one of my favorite one of my favorite areas of study and research has been the Glossa Ordinaria over the years. And Lord willing, hopefully I will get back to translating some of the Glossa Ordinaria. And but there's a lot of stuff I want to do. There's a lot of things that I want to try to get translated while I'm down here on this earth. And so anyway, I will go ahead and end the video here. Check out the description box below for the link to the archive.org. And again, I'm not going to leave any links for to buy it on Amazon, because all you have to do is type my name, John literal with 2 T's, and just type that in Amazon, or you can even Google it, and there's be a lot of different book distributors that you can order from. And so check it out. And if you are interested in this kind of stuff, if this is an area that you study, that you're curious about or whatever, share my videos and share some of my content, because I do very little promoting of anything that I ever do. And it's what I pray about. I do pray every day that God leads and guides people who are interested in this kind of stuff to lead them to my works, because there's a lot of people out there that do like this stuff, but they've just never run across my works. And so I would appreciate anybody sharing links to my videos and bring any awareness to my works. So anyway, I'll go ahead and let you go. You have a good day and take care.